My beloved child, I have seen the way you have walked through the long, quiet corridors of waiting, where the shadows of uncertainty seem to stretch indefinitely before you. I have heard the silent sighs that escaped your lips when you thought no one was listening, and I have felt the weight of the questions you carried in the deepest chambers of your heart. You have often wondered if the promises I whispered to you in the secret places were but echoes of your own desires, or if the vision I placed within your spirit had somehow withered in the heat of the trial. But I come to you now, not as a distant observer, but as the Father who has been orchestrating every detail of your journey behind the veil of the visible. The season you are transitioning out of was never intended to be your final destination. It was the womb of your preparation, a hidden place where I was strengthening your roots and refining your character to sustain the weight of the glory I am about to reveal. Even now, if you listen with the ears of your spirit, you can hear the faint sound of a rushing wind, a celestial shift that signals a fundamental change in the atmosphere of your life. You are entering a season of suddenlies. This is the hour where the slow gestation of your faith meets the rapid acceleration of my divine timing. In a world governed by linear time, you have become accustomed to the incremental, the predictable, and the gradual. But I am the God of the breakthrough, the master of the moment, and I am not bound by the constraints of human chronos. I dwell in the eternal now, and I am about to manifest that eternity in your temporal reality in ways that will leave you breathless with wonder. Think not that the time you spent in the wilderness was wasted, for it was there that I stripped away the reliance on your own strength, so that you might become a vessel for my supernatural power. The suddenly is not a random occurrence. It is the culmination of every prayer you thought went unanswered, every seed you sowed in tears, and every step of obedience you took when you could not see the path ahead. It is the moment when the pressure of the hidden work becomes the power of the public manifestation. Like the dam that finally breaks under the weight of the rising tide, the barriers that have held back your progress are about to give way to a flood of my favor. You will see doors swing open that no man can shut, and you will find yourself standing in the middle of opportunities you did not have to strive for. In this season, time will seem to collapse upon itself. What used to take years will be accomplished in months. What took months will manifest in days. I am the God who restores the years the locusts have eaten, and I am doing a work in your days that you would not believe even if it were told to you. Do not look to the past to define your expectations for the future, for I am doing a new thing. Even now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? This shift is not merely about external circumstances or material blessings, though those shall surely follow the movement of my hand. It is first and foremost a shift in your identity, a realization that you are the favored child of the King, and that the resources of heaven are at your disposal for the fulfillment of my purposes on the earth. I am removing the spirit of heaviness and replacing it with the garment of praise. I am lifting the veil of confusion and granting you a clarity of vision that will allow you to see the harvest even before the planting is finished. Prepare your heart, my child, for the velocity of the Spirit is increasing. You have felt the stillness for so long that the coming movement may feel startling, but do not fear. I am with you in the acceleration. I am the anchor that holds you steady in the midst of the whirlwind. This is the season where the "I will" becomes the "it is done." It is the season where the promise and the fulfillment collide in a glorious explosion of grace. Lean into me, trust the process of the transition, and keep your eyes fixed on my face, for the God of the suddenly is standing at the door of your life, and the knock you hear is the sound of your destiny arriving ahead of schedule. Your waiting has not been in vain. It has been the necessary silence before the symphony of my glory begins to play across the canvas of your existence. Receive this word deep into your soul. The shift has begun, the tide has turned, and you are now stepping into the season of my swift and sovereign intervention. Understand, my beloved, that this intervention is not merely a momentary rescue, but a permanent realignment of your path with the ancient purposes I wrote for you before the foundations of the world were laid. You have lived in the not yet, for so long that your spirit has become accustomed to the weight of waiting, but I am here to lift that burden and replace it with the wings of my spirit. The atmospheric pressure around your circumstances is shifting, even as these words settle into your heart. I am moving the pieces of the puzzle that you could not reach, aligning hearts you could not touch, and softening ground that has been frozen for decades. My suddenlies are never accidents. They are the intentional culmination of every prayer you whispered in the dark, every tear that watered the soil of your faith, and every moment you chose to trust me when the evidence of my hand seemed invisible to your natural eyes. This is the hour of the great recompense. I am coming to you in the whirlwind, not to scatter you, but to clear away the debris of the previous season that has cluttered your path and clouded your vision. You have wondered if I heard the silent cries of your midnight watches, and I say to you, I was there in the silence, gathering every drop of your sorrow into my jars of remembrance, and I am now pouring them back out upon you as the refreshing rain of my favor. The drought is breaking. Look to the horizon of your life, for even now a cloud the size of a man's hand is rising, and it carries the weight of a heavy downpour of blessing. You will not have to labor for this harvest as you did for the ones before. I am the God who causes the reaper to overtake the sower. I am the God who collapses time so that what should have taken years to manifest will blossom in a single day. Do not look at your resources, do not measure your strength, and do not consult your past failures to determine your future potential. Those things belong to the realm of the natural, but you are being translated into the realm of the supernatural, where my grace is the only currency and my word is the only law. I am declaring a divine amnesty over your debts, a divine healing over your scars, and a divine restoration over your lost opportunities. What the enemy stole in the night, I am returning in the light of day, sevenfold and saturated with my glory. My child, lift up your head. The posture of the weary is no longer yours to carry. I am placing a crown of beauty where there were ashes, and anointing you with the oil of joy instead of mourning. Feel the shift in the spiritual winds around you. The resistance you have faced is being neutralized by the sheer force of my favor. Those who stood against you will now see my hand upon you and be astonished, for I am making your life a sign and a wonder, a living testimony that I am the God who keeps his promises. You are not entering this season alone. I am walking beside you, holding your right hand, whispering the deep secrets of my heart into your spirit. This acceleration is meant to bring you into a deeper intimacy with me, not to drive you into frantic activity. Rest in the momentum. Let my spirit carry you. I am opening doors that have been rusted shut for generations, and I am breaking chains that you thought were a permanent part of your identity. You are being unshackled for the purpose of this sudden movement. I am calling forth the buried dreams, the dormant gifts, and the suppressed callings that you thought had died in the winter. Rise up. The voice of your Father is calling you into a new day. There is no more delay. There is no more distance. The bridge between your petition and my provision has been completed. Walk across it with a holy confidence. My love is the unbreakable foundation beneath your feet, and my power is the wind at your back. You are entering the season where my goodness will run you down and overtake you. Expect the phone call that changes everything. Expect the healing that defies the medical diagnosis. Expect the reconciliation that seemed impossible to human logic. I am the God of the suddenly, and I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in your wilderness and streams in your wasteland. Your destiny is not a destination in the far distance. It is the reality that is unfolding in this very moment. Breathe deep of my peace, for the struggle is over and the manifestation has begun. The keys I have placed in your hand are for the portals of the future I have prepared for you. I am increasing your discernment to see the opportunities that are masquerading as challenges. Do not be intimidated by the scale of the blessing, for I am the one who sustains it. You have been faithful in the small, hidden years, and now I am entrusting you with the weight of my glory. This is not just a change in your circumstances. It is a transformation of your very nature. I am burning away the dross of doubt and refining the gold of your character so that you can shine like the sun. The world is looking for a light, and I have chosen you to be a beacon of my hope. The speed of this transition is necessary because the time is short and my harvest is ripe. I am turning the mourning of your past into the dancing of your present. Can you hear the sound of the celebration in the heavens? The angels are rejoicing over the breakthroughs that are even now manifesting in your life. Hold onto my garment. We are stepping into the fullness of time together. Every word I have spoken over you is coming to its appointed climax. You are my beloved, my treasure, and my joy. The season of suddenly is not a fleeting moment, but a permanent shift in your spiritual reality. Welcome to the day of your visitation. Do not be startled by the swiftness of the current, for I am the architect of the river and the pilot of your soul. For years, you have stood at the edge of the promise, watching others cross over, wondering if your name had been forgotten in the scrolls of heaven. But I tell you this day, your name is carved into the very palms of my hands, and the delay was never a denial, it was a cocooning. In the silence, I was weaving strength into your wings. In the isolation, I was anchoring your roots so deep that no storm of the enemy could ever uproot you. Now, the wind of my spirit is blowing with a new intensity. Can you feel the shift in the atmosphere? The static of the old season is clearing, making way for the frequency of my voice to resound in your heart with absolute clarity. I am speaking suddenly over your finances. I am speaking suddenly over your broken relationships. I am speaking suddenly over the dreams you buried because the pain of waiting was too heavy to bear. Reach down and unearth those dreams, for I am breathing life into dry bones once again. This is the hour of the accelerated harvest. What used to take years will now take days. Where you once labored in the heat of the sun with little to show for your toil, you will now see the fruit ripening before your very eyes. I am collapsing time for your sake. I am bringing the end of the matter to meet the beginning of your faith. I am the God who restores the years that the locust has eaten, and I am not just returning what was lost, but I am adding a divine increase that will overflow your storehouses. You have been a faithful steward in the small things, in the hidden places where no one saw your tears or your persistence. Now, I am bringing you into the wide-open space of my favor. I am placing keys in your hand that unlock doors you did not even know existed. These are the doors of influence, the doors of healing, and the doors of kingdom impact. You will walk through them not by your own might or power, but by my Spirit, says the Lord. Look closely at the horizon of your life. The clouds that once looked like a coming storm are actually heavy with the rain of my blessing. It is a rain that will saturate the parched ground of your soul. Every prayer you whispered in the middle of the night, every cry of "How long, O Lord?" has been stored in my golden bowls. I am pouring them back out upon you now as a refreshing dew. You will no longer be known as the one who was forsaken, but you shall be called my delight. I am changing your garments. I am stripping off the sackcloth of your mourning and dressing you in the robes of my righteousness and the mantle of my praise. Your identity is being rebranded in the fires of my love. You are a conqueror, a pioneer, and a beloved child of the King. As you move forward into these suddenlies, do not look back at the wreckage of what was. Do not let the ghosts of past failures haunt the halls of your new dwelling. I have wiped the slate clean. I have forgotten what you cannot seem to let go of. Walk with your head held high, for I am the lifter of your head. I am positioning you at the head and not the tail. You are about to experience a series of divine appointments that will accelerate your destiny. People you do not know will come to assist you. Resources you did not seek will find their way to your door. This is the work of my hand, so that no man can boast, and so that my glory may be revealed through you. I am also healing the trauma of the weight. I know the toll that the long night has taken on your heart. I am applying the balm of Gilead to the wounds of disappointment. I am restoring your capacity to hope, your ability to dream, and your strength to believe in the impossible. You are not just surviving this transition, you are thriving in it. The pace may seem fast, but I have equipped your feet like the feet of a deer to run upon the high places. You will not stumble, for I am holding your right hand. You will not grow weary, for I am your supernatural strength. Rest in the assurance that I have gone before you to make the crooked places straight and the rough places smooth. The glory of this present house shall be greater than the former. The peace I give you in this season will be a fortress that the world cannot penetrate. My peace I leave with you, my joy I give to you. Step into the suddenly with confidence, for I am with you always, even to the end of the age. This is your moment. This is your time. This is my promise kept. Believe that the supernatural is becoming your natural. The alignment of the stars pales in comparison to the alignment of my will for your life. Every valley shall be exalted, and every mountain shall be made low, for my glory is being revealed in you. You are the vessel, and I am the oil. Watch as I pour through you to touch a world that is thirsty for my truth. The fragrance of my presence will follow you into every room you enter. You will see the fruit of your labor and be satisfied. This is the day that I have made, and you will rejoice and be glad in it, for the season of suddenly has finally arrived at your threshold. I am tearing down the altars of your anxiety and replacing them with a temple of my stillness. You will find that you no longer have to strive to be seen, for I have already seen you and I have already approved of you. This transition is a gift, a divine orchestration meant to propel you into the heights of your calling. You are ready. You are more than ready. You are chosen for this exact second in eternity. Every seed you have sown in tears is now erupting from the ground, no longer dormant but vibrant and full of life. You have entered the cycle of the blessed and the blessing. You are not just a recipient of my grace, you are a conduit of my power. Let your heart be settled. Let your mind be at peace. The era of maybe has ended, and the era of yes and amen has begun. I am the God who does not lie, and I am the Father who does not fail. Trust the momentum, for it is fueled by my love for you. There is no shadow that can withstand the brilliance of what I am doing in you right now. Embrace the speed. Embrace the light. Your breakthrough is no longer on the way, it is already here. My child, do not be startled by the speed at which I am moving now. For years, you measured time by the slow turning of seasons, by the patient waiting for the harvest, and by the quiet endurance of the night. But now, I am shifting the gears of your reality. I am the God who created time, and I am the God who can compress it. What once took years of labor will now manifest in the blinking of an eye. The plowman is indeed overtaking the reaper, and the treader of grapes is catching up to the one who sows the seed. This is the supernatural acceleration I promised. You have entered the corridor of suddenlies, where the distance between my promise and your possession has vanished. Look closely at the horizon of your life. Do you see how the shadows are being pushed back by a light that does not originate from the sun? This is the light of my glory, a brilliance that defines a new day in your spirit. I am restoring the years that the locust has eaten, not merely returning the quantity of time lost, but infusing the time you have left with a quality of life that exceeds your wildest imagination. You felt the sting of delays, and there were moments when you felt forgotten in the wilderness, but those delays were the womb of your strength. They were the hidden places where I forged your character to carry the weight of the glory I am now releasing upon you. If I had given this to you sooner, it might have overwhelmed you, but now, you have the shoulders of a spiritual giant and the heart of a trusting child. I am shifting the atmosphere around your home, your family, your health, and your vocation. Those who looked at you and saw only a dry desert will now see an oasis that never runs dry, a place of refreshing for many. I am putting a new song in your mouth, a melody of victory that will drown out the whispers of the accuser. The suddenlies are falling like rain, and you will not even have time to dry yourself before the next wave of my goodness hits. It is a flood of my mercy, a deluge of my grace. I have heard every whisper you uttered in the dark, every prayer you thought was lost in the wind, and every sigh of your heart. Not one was forgotten. I have bottled every tear, and now I am pouring them back out as the very dew that will cause your garden to flourish with exotic fruit. There is a divine synchronization happening right now. People you need to meet, mentors who will guide you, and partners who will run with you are being moved into your path by my hand. Resources you didn't even know existed are being unlocked from hidden storehouses. I am opening the gates of heaven because you have proven that you can be trusted with the little, and now I am making you a steward over much. Do not look back at the Egypt of your past. Do not long for the familiarity of the struggle. The struggle was a season, but the suddenly is your heritage. I am removing the garments of mourning and clothing you in the robes of joy and the mantle of praise. Feel the weight of my presence. It is a heavy gold, a solid assurance that I am with you. You are moving from the place of questioning to the place of testifying. This is the hour of your public vindication. Those who doubted my call on your life will see the fruit of your obedience, and they will know that I am the Lord your God. I am not a God of partiality, but I am a God of covenant. And my covenant with you is unbreakable. Peace, be still. Let the chaos of the world fall away. In the center of my will there is a perfect calm, even as the world around you shakes. You are anchored in the eternal. You are rooted in the unshakable. Every barrier is melting like wax before the fire of my holiness. Every mountain is becoming a plain. You will walk on high places and you will not stumble. This is your time. This is your moment. The heavens are open, and I am smiling upon you with an everlasting love. Take a deep breath of the new air I am providing. It is the breath of life, the ruach of my spirit, filling every dry bone and every weary muscle. You are being rejuvenated. You are being restored. You are being launched into a dimension of my power you have only read about. The trajectory of your life has been altered by a single word from my lips. Now, that word is vibrating through your circumstances, rearranging the atoms of your reality to align with my perfect plan. You are not a victim of chance. You are a child of destiny. Receive the acceleration. Receive the favor. Receive the suddenlies that I have prepared specifically for you. I am the God of the breakthrough, and I am breaking through for you right now. No more delay, no more stagnation, no more wandering. You have reached the destination of your promise, and yet this is only the beginning of a grander adventure. We are walking together, hand in hand, into the brilliance of a day that has no sunset. My light is upon you, and my glory is seen through you. You are my masterpiece, my beloved, my chosen one. Rest in this truth. Rejoice in this promise. For the suddenly has arrived, and it is more beautiful than you ever imagined. Every door that was bolted shut is now dissolving at my touch. Every legal document signed against you in the courts of the enemy is being shredded by the blood of the Lamb. I am clearing your name. I am clearing your path. I am clearing your vision. You will see as I see, and you will love as I love. This is the era of the great transition, and you are the guest of honor at my table. Eat of the hidden manna, drink of the new wine. The feast of my presence is laid out before you, and the cup of my blessing is running over. You are entering the fullness of my intent for your life, and nothing can stop what I have set in motion. I am the Lord of the breakthrough, and this is your day of completion. I am breathing upon your finances, your relationships, and your physical body. I am breathing upon the dreams you buried, because they were too painful to look at. Watch as they rise. Watch as I breathe the life of the resurrection into every dead thing. You are not just surviving, you are thriving. You are not just getting by, you are overflowing. This is the overflow I promised. This is the abundance that makes the world take notice. I am making you a sign and a wonder. Your life will be a living testimony of my faithfulness. When you walk into a room, my presence walks with you, and the atmosphere will bow to the King of Kings who dwells within you. You are the temple of my spirit, and I am decorating my temple with the jewels of my grace. Do not be afraid of the spotlight, for I am the one who is lighting the lamp. Shine, my child, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon you. Nations will come to your light, and kings to the brightness of your rising. This is not a dream, it is the new reality of your existence. Embrace it, walk in it, own it. For I have given it to you, and no one can take it away. Rest in the momentum, for it is my love that propels you. Feel the rhythm of my heart beating in synchronization with your own, for as the momentum increases, so does the intimacy between us. The suddenly you are entering is not a chaotic rush, but a divine acceleration orchestrated by my hand. I am the God of the 11th hour, and I am the God of the immediate shift. I have watched you endure the long nights of waiting, the seasons where time seemed to stand still and progress felt like a distant memory. But I tell you, I am redeeming every moment. I am compressing decades of growth into days of manifestation. What you have labored for with sweat and tears, I am now bringing to pass with a single word of my power. Do not look at the natural clock, for you have stepped into my kairos, my appointed time, where the laws of the harvest are superseded by the laws of my grace. I am calling forth the fruit of your faithfulness. Every prayer you whispered in the dark, every sacrifice you made when no one was watching, and every time you chose to trust me despite the silence, all of it has accumulated in the storehouses of heaven. Now, the floodgates are opening. The suddenlies are breaking forth like the breaking of waters. You will see a sudden shift in your clarity and vision. Where there was fog, there will be a sharp, piercing light. You will know exactly which way to turn, and you will hear my voice behind you saying, "This is the way, walk in it." I am removing the scales from your eyes so you can see the opportunities that have been hiding in plain sight. I am sharpening your discernment to recognize the suddenly connections I am bringing your way. These are not random encounters. They are divine appointments with destiny. I am bringing people into your life who carry the keys to the doors I have already unlocked for you. Be alert, for my spirit is moving quickly. I am also dealing with the labels that have been stuck to your identity. People have called you by your struggle, by your past, or by your limitations. But in this season of suddenlies, I am stripping away those false names and branding you with my glory. You are no longer the one who is lacking. You are the one who is overflowing. You are no longer the one who is forgotten. You are the one who is favored. I am changing your reputation in the sight of those who doubted you. Like Joseph, you will go from the dungeon to the palace in a single day. Like David, you will go from the sheepfold to the anointing in a moment. This is the power of my suddenly. It changes your status without requiring the permission of your critics. I declare a sudden healing over your mind. The trauma of the past that has kept you in a cycle of fear is being broken right now. I am washing your memories with the blood of my Son and the oil of my Spirit. You will remember the pain no more, for the joy of the sudden harvest will overwhelm the memory of the winter. I am restoring your hope. I am giving you a sudden boldness to speak my word and to stand in my truth. You will find yourself saying things you didn't know you knew, for my Spirit will fill your mouth with wisdom that the world cannot contradict. In your household, I am doing a suddenly work. I am turning the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the hearts of the children to the fathers. I am breaking generational chains that have held your bloodline for centuries. What your ancestors struggled with will stop with you. Your children will walk in the suddenly blessings that you have paved the way for. I am making you a pioneer of a new legacy. Do not fear the speed of the shift. I have prepared your spirit for this. You have been in the hidden place, being strengthened in the inner man, so that you can carry the weight of this glory. You will not break under the blessing. You will be enlarged by it. I am expanding your capacity to receive, to hold, and to give. Your tent pegs are being driven deeper so that your canopy can stretch further. Rest in this movement. Let my peace be the stabilizer of your soul as the world around you shifts. I am your constant. I am the anchor that holds when the winds of change blow strongest. This season is my gift to you, a demonstration of my love that surpasses all understanding. You are entering the days of wonder, the days where the miraculous becomes your daily bread. Walk into it with your hand in mine. The path is prepared, the light is bright, and the suddenly has begun. My child, look closely at the horizon of your life, for the shadows that once stretched long are being swallowed by the radiance of my dawn. You have asked, "How long, Lord?" And I say to you today that the clock of heaven has struck the hour of your manifestation. This season of suddenlies is not a coincidence. It is a convergence of my faithfulness and your persistence. In the secret places where you wept, I was collecting your tears in a bottle, and now I am pouring them back upon the dry ground of your circumstances as a refreshing rain. You are stepping into a momentum that you did not create, yet you are the one I have chosen to carry it. Do not look back at the years that seemed wasted, for I am the God who redeems time. I am compressing decades of growth into days of breakthrough. What took others a lifetime to achieve, I will cause to sprout and blossom in your life in a single season. This is the divine acceleration of the Spirit. I am removing the weights that have slowed your feet, the invisible chains of not yet and not enough. You are entering the now of my presence. I am speaking over your finances. Suddenly, there is abundance. I am speaking over your body. Suddenly, there is wholeness. I am speaking over your family. Suddenly, there is reconciliation. Do you feel the shift in the atmosphere? It is the sound of heavy doors grinding open. It is the sound of the wind of my Spirit blowing through the hallways of your heart, clearing out the dust of disappointment. I have prepared a table for you, not in a hidden corner, but in the presence of those who said it could never happen for you. This is not for your pride, but for my glory, that they may see that I am a God who keeps his word. You have been faithful in the small things, and now I am making you a steward of the suddenlies. This pace will not weary you, for I am the one providing the strength. You will run and not grow weary. You will walk and not faint, because you are fueled by a different source. My grace is the wind beneath your wings. I am calling forth the hidden treasures, the deep-seated dreams you tucked away because they felt too painful to hold. Bring them to me now. Watch as I breathe life into what you thought was dead. I am the resurrection and the life, and I am bringing resurrection power into your career, your ministry, and your mind. You will no longer be known by your struggle but by my favor. I am changing your name from forsaken to sought out. This is the hour where the prophetic words you received years ago finally find their physical address. They are landing in your reality. They are taking shape. I am aligning the hearts of people you have never met to favor you. I am causing your name to be mentioned in rooms where decisions are made. You will not have to knock on these doors. They will be opened from the inside by my hand. Rest in this truth. I am your Father, and I take great pleasure in giving you the kingdom. The suddenly is a gift, a sign of my affection. It is the overflow of my heart toward you. As you walk forward, keep your eyes fixed on me. Do not let the glitter of the blessing distract you from the giver of the gift. I am your prize. I am your great reward. The blessings are merely the environment I am creating for us to walk together in greater intimacy. You are entering a time of wonder where the miraculous will be your daily bread. You will wake up each morning with a sense of holy expectation, wondering what I will do next. This is the life I intended for you, a life of partnership with the divine. The wait is over. The transition is finished. The suddenly has arrived, and it is more beautiful than you imagined. Receive it now. Open your heart wide. Stretch out your hands. I am doing a new thing, and it springs forth even now. Can you perceive it? It is the sound of victory. It is the song of the redeemed. It is your life, transformed by my love in an instant. I am releasing a clarity of mind that you have never known, washing away the mental fatigue and the fog of the past season. Suddenly, you will see the strategy. Suddenly, you will know the way. There is no more guessing, no more wandering in the wilderness of indecision. My light is piercing through, illuminating the next 10 steps before you have even taken the first one. I am placing a new garment upon you, a robe of righteousness and a mantle of authority. You will speak and things will shift. You will pray and heavens will open. This is the authority of one who has been tested in the fire and found pure. Your character has been forged in the silence, and now your voice will be heard in the shouting. I am restoring the years the locust has eaten, returning to you with interest every ounce of joy that was stolen. Look at your children and your children's children. The suddenly is reaching them too. It is a generational tidal wave of my goodness. There is no limit to what I am doing. I am breaking the ceilings that held your ancestors back. You are the one who breaks through. You are the pioneer of this new glory. Stand tall, my beloved. The earth is waiting for the manifestation of my glory through you. Go forth in power, go forth in peace, and go forth in the knowledge that I am with you always, even until the end of the age. The suddenly is your new normal. Do you hear the sound of the wind, my child? It is not the wind of the earth, but the breath of my spirit blowing through the dry valleys of your life, commanding the dead bones to live and the parched ground to yield a harvest. I have seen the way you have leaned into me when the path was obscured by shadows. I have felt the rhythm of your heart as it beat with trust, even when your eyes saw only lack. This is why the suddenly has found you. It is a divine intersection where your faithfulness meets my sovereignty. I am now unrolling the blueprints of the next season, and they are filled with colors you have never seen and melodies you have never heard. In this moment, I am deconstructing every lie that told you that you were stuck, that you were forgotten, or that your best days were behind you. I am the God of the yet to come, and what I have prepared for you far outweighs the struggles of your past. I declare over you a sharpening of your spiritual senses. You will begin to perceive the subtle shifts in the atmosphere before they manifest in the physical. You will know, with a holy certainty, when to move and when to stand still. Your intuition will be tuned to the frequency of my heartbeat. I am removing the cataracts of fear that dimmed your vision, and I am giving you the eyes of an eagle to see the opportunities I have hidden in the midst of the mundane. The suddenly is not a chaotic event. It is a meticulously timed arrival of my promises. As I open the storehouses of heaven, I am looking for those who will not just consume the blessing, but will become a channel for it. You are that channel. I am increasing your capacity to receive, not so you can hoard, but so you can overflow. I am pouring out the oil of favor upon your head, and it will run down to the hem of your garments, affecting everything you touch and everyone you encounter. I am speaking to the areas of your body that have known pain and infirmity. I am speaking life into your cells and strength into your marrow. The healing you have sought for years is now rushing toward you like a torrential river. I am restoring your vitality so that you can run the race I have set before you without growing weary. The robe I have placed upon you is not just for show. It is a sign of your belonging in my house. The mantle of authority you carry will grow heavier with my glory, but your strength will increase to match it. Do not look at the calendar and wonder how long it will take. I am the master of time, and I am compressing years of progress into weeks and months. You will look back and marvel at how quickly the terrain changed. I am also touching your finances, for the resources of the earth are mine, and I am directing them toward my purpose in you. The debts that have weighed you down are being liquidated by my hand. The lack that defined your family for generations is being broken. I am establishing you as a lender and not a borrower, a head and not a tail. This is for the sake of the kingdom, so that you may build and plant and nourish. Do not be afraid of the magnitude of what I am doing. Your shoulders have been strengthened for this burden, which is not a burden of weight, but a weight of glory. I am with you in the quiet of the night and the noise of the day. I am the peace that surpasses all understanding, guarding your heart and your mind. When the world is in turmoil, you will be a sanctuary of stillness, for you are anchored in me. I am weaving your story into a larger tapestry of redemption. Every tear you shed has been collected in my bottle, and now I am turning those tears into a refreshing rain that will bring forth a garden in your desert. You are entering a time of unprecedented fruitfulness. The seeds you sowed in seasons of sorrow are now bursting through the soil as giants of joy. This is my gift to you, my beloved. This is the reward of the overcomer. Walk with me into this new day, for the sun has risen on you suddenly, and it will never set. I am your light, I am your strength, and I am your eternal home. You are mine, and I am yours, and together we are stepping into the fullness of all that was written about you before the foundations of the world. I am taking you into the hidden chambers of my wisdom, where the secrets of the kingdom are whispered to those who seek my face. You will find that problems that once seemed insurmountable now have simple solutions, for you are looking at them from my perspective. I am lifting you above the fray, above the noise of the world's anxiety, and seating you with me in heavenly places. From this vantage point, you will see the alignment of circumstances that others call luck or coincidence, but you will know it is the hand of your Father orchestrating your success. I am also calling you to be a voice for those who have no voice. The influence I am giving you is a tool for justice and a beacon of hope. As you rise in this suddenly, remember the ones who are still in the fire and reach back to pull them through. Your testimony will be a bridge for many to cross from despair into life. I am putting a new song in your mouth, a song of deliverance that will break chains when you sing it. The atmosphere of your home is changing. It is becoming a portal of my presence where visitors will feel my peace the moment they cross the threshold. I am healing the fractures in your relationships, bringing reconciliation where there was only silence and bitterness. I am turning the hearts of the fathers to the children and the children to the fathers. The legacy you leave will not be one of struggle, but of a triumphant walk with God. I am marking this moment in your timeline as the great transition. You are no longer who you were, and you are not yet all you will be, but in the suddenly, the gap is closing. Embrace the acceleration. Do not try to slow it down out of a desire for the familiar. The familiar was a cocoon, but you were made for the sky. Spread your wings, for the thermal winds of my spirit are ready to carry you to heights you never dreamed possible. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, and I am the God of your right now. Trust me with the details, for I have missed nothing. I have planned for your provision, your protection, and your prosperity in every sense of the word. You are surrounded by a cloud of witnesses cheering you on, and I am the loudest voice in that cloud, declaring my love for you. Go forth now, not in your own strength, but in the power of my might. The suddenly is here, and it is glorious.